I make $768,000 through my personal brand, but I didn't start here. I used to work 80 hours per week with very low profit margins and ran a very complex business. And my calendar was packed with one-on-one coaching calls for 6 to 7 hours every single day. Now I do 0 one-on-one calls and work under 5 hours per week on this business. I also don't get millions of views, and my Instagram videos get 4,000 to 6,000 views on average. In this video, I'll reveal everything: how I attract my ideal customers into one simple funnel every day, how I sell without pressure, and lastly, how I deliver results using systems that run efficiently without me, all whilst maintaining over 50% profit margins. And I know 50% may seem like not a lot to some of you guys, but remember, I'm maintaining these margins after delegating every task in my business, and I work on this business for only 5 hours a week. So if your goal is to build a profitable personal brand that prints serious profits, instead of chasing vanity metrics like views or followers, make sure you watch till the end. I'll reveal everything. So with that said, let's dive in. Okay, let's start with proof. So starting with the income proof, as you can see, 63K MRR here. I click on payouts, and these are all the payouts I've received weekly on Skool.com. I can click on next. As you can see, I've been making money every week for quite a while. These are real numbers I've refreshed. That's the income proof. Moving on to Instagram proof. This is my Instagram account. That's my name here, 73,000 followers. As you can see, 22K views is that one video. Most videos are 4K, 3K, 2K, 4K, 3K, 4K views. So averaging between 4 and 6K views. So that's pretty much the proof. There's the income proof. And here's the views proof that I'm making this money without many views. Now I'm going to walk you through the product, the marketing, the sales, and the operations, and how we're generating 768K per year, right? Starting with the product. Product is very simple. I sell one product, and the product basically is called the UK Job Institute. And I basically sell a system to international students in the UK looking for graduate jobs. That's it. I only sell to people in the UK, and I target specifically Indians, Pakistanis, and Bengalis. That is pretty much it. The product consists of the community where they can interact with each other, a classroom section where they can watch courses and get cheat sheets and stuff and templates, and then lastly, a calendar section where they can get live calls with myself and my coaching team and learn in a live one-on-one Zoom setting. It's all remote, right? That's the product, right? Now, moving on to the marketing. We market on Instagram and LinkedIn, right? And basically, we do a combination of value posts and testimonial posts, right? That's basically pretty much what we do. And one thing that you'll notice is 100% of my content is educational. Even if I have a testimonial post on LinkedIn, I merge it with value. So I make sure that whatever piece of content I put out there, the viewer is basically gaining some knowledge that helps them get closer to their goal, which is their graduate job in the UK. That's pretty much what I do on the marketing side, right? And every marketing piece basically solves a specific problem, right? So what I've actually done, if you're probably wondering, like, how do I ideate for these videos or these LinkedIn posts, right? I know the problems my customers face very well because I coach them one-on-one for a year for free, right? And I know their struggles are job sourcing, creating a CV, creating a cover letter, making job applications, networking, interviewing, and then following up. And I basically create content on LinkedIn and videos on those topics. And also, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? I understand the topics that they're interested in. And I look at my competitors in my niche, or even in America and even India as well. And I look at their hooks. I look at the first few words or the hooks on the, like a hook on Instagram, if you don't know, is basically like, this is the hook, right? These words here. That's the hook, right? And I look at what my competitors are putting in their hooks, and I steal their hooks, like without shame. But then everything after that, the text, the freebies I give away, it's purely my work, right? It's just a hook that, you know, I use, but everything else is mine. And that's pretty much it. You can just look at like hooks of your other creators, and then everything else after that can be completely yours, right? So if you also want to see, like on the marketing side, how we're planning our LinkedIn content, like this is our content plan, and everything is planned, right? And on Mondays, we do top of funnel, and then we do 2 testimonial posts a week. We do 2 carousels a week, and then 1 video a week, right? This is the content plan we follow for LinkedIn. Everything is structured. And basically what we do is we plan content a week before. So I have a call with my marketing manager, and she comes to me with the plan for the whole content for the week. And I just review everything one by one, like day by day. And all I do is review hooks and images and CTAs. That is pretty much it. That's what we do for LinkedIn. On the Instagram side, I can show you, I get scripts, right? So all of these reels that you see, I get word for word scripts. And all I do is I click on the script. I have a script in front of me, and I just read it word for word. And then the editing, the packaging, thumbnail, everything is done by my team after that. For me, it's like 1 hour a week, and the whole content is done. And obviously I'm making it sound easy, but I've been doing this for years, and now I've built systems and I've just delegated them. But that's how easy it can be once you're further along in your journey, right? One thing to note as well is on every post, as you can see, there's a lot of comments. There's usually more comments than likes. And that's a good sign of an educational content creator. If you're doing entertainment, you're going to get thousands of likes, but no buyers. But if you're an educational creator, you're going to get many comments, because usually they comment for some freebie or some info. We target comments because every comment turns into a DM, and then DM turns into a conversation that turns into a sale or cash, right? So that's what our strategy is in a nutshell. It's focusing heavily on comments. As you can see, every reel here, we give them some form of freebie. We call it lead magnets, and we give that away because if they're commenting word for a specific freebie that solves their problem, they are our ICP. So it's the fastest and easiest way to generate leads in 2025. So that's marketing. Moving on to sales, right? So I structure my business in terms of we start with marketing, getting the leads, and we move on to sales here. We close the leads, and operations is delivering on the promise we made, right? So in terms of sales, like we have a very, very simple process. And what we do is we run the same DM script, the same sales script with every prospect that DMs me on Instagram and LinkedIn. And I have 2 sales guys running it and 1 sales manager managing both of these people. And all we do on the script is we qualify, see if they're fit for our program. We nurture them up. We kind of ask them questions and kind of see where they're struggling. Then we handle objections because we pitch the program to them and they have objections. As you can see here, they usually say, can I talk to a student? Will this work for me? I can't commit 10 hours. What's your success rate? And we've made a list of all of their objections and we have word for word responses for every objection they throw at us. And then we close, right? That's how simple we've made it. And we're doing this every day. I can show you some more proof. If I go to my Slack here, put up my Slack. This is my Ring the Bell channel. As you can see, 15 sales, 13 sales, 9 sales, 9 sales, 8, 12 sales, 11 sales, 15 sales. Every day we're making money. So that's pretty much the sales process. What I also do on the sales side is I have a sales manager and I do not micromanage my sales guys. I do not even interact with them. I've given very strict KPIs to my sales manager and he sends me basically an EOD reports every day. So if I can scroll down here somewhere, let me pause the video and find it. Boom. So this is the EOD report. So he sends me end of day reports every day and he just gives me stuff to flag about like how LinkedIn posts are doing or how Instagram posts are doing. I just read it and I ask him for solutions and I don't even come up with solutions. Like I just ask him, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I get him to solve problems in the business, right? That's what I'm doing. And this is how like the team is self-sufficiently generating income whilst I do nothing and I just manage the team, right? That's pretty much it in terms of sales, right? And also the reason why we can sell over the DMs, because I know you're probably selling expensive products. We can sell through the DMs because we sell $79 products, right? When we were selling $2,000 coaching products, we had to jump on calls, right? But if you're selling like a low ticket, anything under $100, you can sell it over the DMs. And that's pretty much it. That's how we sell. Next, we have operations, right? So operations is basically delivery or fulfillment, as you coaches basically call it. And I've broken it down here. And the way we basically do it is as soon as someone joins the UK Job Institute, they basically get an auto DM, right? And I can show you the auto DM they get. Like for example, this here, they get this message. We send them a onboarding video and everyone gets the same video, right? And this is just a 7-minute breakdown of what they can expect in the UK Job Institute and their next steps, right? And as you can see, 2,500 people have seen this, which means 2,500 people, and this is probably a lower percentage of people that joined, have seen this in the past 3 months, right? That's pretty much it, right? So they get an auto DM. On top of that, the way we've differentiated ourselves from our competitors, because there's tens of people who are copying me doing the same thing, is we give them free access to 2 softwares. And they get that instantly as soon as they join, right? As soon as they've gone access to softwares, we send them an onboarding form. If they complete it, they move on. If they don't complete it, we keep chasing them to fill out the form. Because when they fill out the form, they get access to the WhatsApp group. On the WhatsApp group, we send them updates. And we've seen from data that if they're on the WhatsApp group, they're more likely to stay and pay monthly, right? So we make sure they get on the WhatsApp group. That's a very important KPI for us. And right after that, they fill out a form, which is about like their background, and we send them a personalized job search strategy. And also, we don't do ourselves as well. Once they fill out the information, we run their CV and their background into AI, and then a coach goes in, reviews it, and sends it off. So if you look at it, for $79, they're getting software access, they're getting onboarding steps, they're also getting a personalized job search strategy that they get over email. We also give a review their CV as well. So they send it to me, then I have a VA that reviews it, adds comments, and then they start applying for jobs, and then we support them. They DM me, and then we respond over DMs. That's pretty much it. That's the full shebang from product to marketing to sales to operations. It's super efficient. Everything is reliant, as you can see, either on a system, so technology, or people. And people also rely on systems to make their workflow more efficient. My business, the way I've streamlined this and I've made this into a super profitable product through a very small personal brand is through the use of systems and people, right? And ultimately, everything in your business needs to be documented and needs to be a repeatable process, step by step. You shouldn't have a process in your business that you do every day that you need to think about. It should be on paper, it should be documented, and it should be laid out really, really simple. That's pretty much it. I hope I haven't missed anything here, but yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and see you in the next video. Cheers, bye.